Well, it's Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Just got back a little bit ago from the Wednesday night over at First Presbyterian. I'm not sure about talking about, so I won't. Anyway, but it was interesting that tonight, and I'd noticed a little bit the last couple of weeks, but tonight just I didn't bring it up, but Barbara mentioned, that I have Asperger's syndrome, and just casually referenced it, and I was like, I didn't react. I just made a note, as she believes some part. She doesn't know exactly, but it's been well over a year since I specifically talked about it, and then got kind of shot down and told that no, I wasn't, because her sister is autistic, and I'm nothing like her sister, so therefore I am not autistic. And she just didn't believe me, and it didn't matter what I said, and so I just stopped. I didn't try to, because it was already decided. But apparently, it kind of put it on the radar as something that she might be, I don't know. So it's been a while, and I guess it's been running in the background without her saying anything. And it's like she's, I guess, noticed things and put some things into, it's like, maybe he is a little different. And, because I get told more often than probably what seems should be normal, how normal I am. And it's like, do normal people get told how normal they are? I don't know. Or it just seems strange. So, anyway, I made sure to reinforce and encourage that as far as like consideration and acknowledgement and respect of that evaluation. Not that her approval or acknowledgement or validation is required for me to be exactly how it is I'm going to have been and am anyway, but it is appreciated that it's like I'm not just making stuff up or like saying stuff for whatever reason. No, I'm saying it because it's true. But she did hurt my feelings when she told me that, well, what difference does it make anyway? I can't tell you. I could never be able to find adequate words to tell anybody. The significance of finding out that everything wasn't for no reason. And there was, all the difficulties and all the struggles and all the everythings. Just my entire history just was given permission to just be okay, And it's like that means something to most everybody. That means something. It means something within their ability to, conceptualize and, have a conversation within their own self about, well, of course that means everything's okay. It's okay because they mean it how they mean it. Whereas I mean it how I mean it, which is, I don't know how different that is, because I don't know. It took some pressure off the wound, staunched the flow. It didn't heal a damn thing, but it made it hurt less. It still hurts. And feeling that other people, when you try to share with them, for them to deny you, permission to own an identity. That hurts too. It's like I am owning an identity that is mine, and it doesn't require permission. But when people would want to tell you that you are not, because they don't think you are, that hurts. And when they, just because they prefer you to be a certain way, they prefer to assign you into something of their own understanding, where you fit into their world. It's like, I don't have to fit into their world. I just need to fit into my own. And for me, adopting and integrating and accepting the identity of being an autistic individual. It doesn't matter about Asperger's syndrome or not, just words. Is being a part of the spectrum. It doesn't matter where I am on different talent trees, skill sets, strengths, weaknesses, abilities, inabilities, limitations, sensory acuities or impairments, benefits, detriments. There's the good and the bad. I wouldn't call any of it a superpower, though. I just have the ability to see patterns, probably where there are no patterns. And, it doesn't do me much good. And it's like, it might seem like I know things, but I'm just guessing. And then when things turn out close, it's like, it's only because it's happened before. And it's like, and I'm also paying attention too. I'm paying a lot of attention. So, some people, that old saying about, it's not even that old, but, about my guesses being better than some people's facts. Because a lot of people's facts have motivations behind them, agendas. They want something to be true, so they're somehow profiting or taking advantage. Whereas when I'm just saying what I think, whether it's true or not. I think it is. It's my opinion, or my thought, or my feeling, or my observation. It doesn't have to be accurate. So, anyway, I was heartened for Barbara to bring up Asperger's syndrome. Too much, I made it awkward by describing how they retired that name or that diagnosis in 2013, and went on to tell the story of why. And I didn't tell it very nice. I told it, that people, if you fit one classification, you were allowed to live because you were useful. And if you didn't meet the cut, you were onto the train, possibly, or bus, or however they, disposed of people in concentration camps. So, sad history, and history repeats. How quickly we forget. So, anyway, it's only March 2nd. I'm still trying not to pay attention to the news, but people keep talking about it. So it makes it difficult. But in other news, and apologies for the last couple videos before this one. It was just me being silly, trying to not take myself so seriously. And I was also kind of excited because I saw my channel had a couple views. So I was like, oh wow. And I was trying to be, I don't know, trying to show off or be impressive or something. I don't know. Maybe I was trying to flirt a little bit. Who knows? I can never tell. I just don't know about me sometimes. But this one is kind of like, let's just bury that one a little bit further down, so hopefully no one sees it. Because no one looks at the older videos anyway. No one looks at the newer ones, hardly. But, and also I wanted to make a nicer thumbnail. That's my selfish and vain motivation, is making nicer thumbnails. So, anyway. And who knows what the end result of anything is. Like, as long as I'm having, if I'm getting something out of it, then the end justifies the means. And if it goes no farther than that, then that's already served a purpose. And nothing has to have any other purpose. But if it is having an unforeseen impact in some weird way, as long as it's not doing anybody any harm, and it's like maybe somebody gets something out of it. Maybe it's only a smirk or a snark, or hopefully it doesn't make anybody cry. But this is me. This is how I am. This is how I do things. This is how I think. And I can't really apologize for it. This is me being myself as authentically and autistically as I know how. So I'm just kind of rolling with it and discovering how it is I am. Because for the longest time, I was always just trying to be other. So I can't afford to do that any longer. I've done it for too long. So I'm trying to drop all the pretenses, all the charades, all the pretend. It's time to get real. It was time to get real a long time ago. I just didn't know what to. Now I do. I still don't know how. So I'm working on it. And this is part of it, part of my process. Process of reality. Processing reality. Yeah. It's still scary, but it's better than the alternative. So, hang on tight. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So, anyway, I guess I should go. I've got food in the oven. and it's probably about ready. So, take care. Be safe.